सेम असाइनमेंट्स और प्रोजेक्ट्स को साक्षी मानकर यह प्रतिज्ञा करता हूं कि गेट 2023 में सर्वोच्च स्थान प्राप्त करना ही मेरा एकमात्र लक्ष्य होगा और मैं पूरी निष्ठा से अपनी प्रतिज्ञा के लिए गेट एकेडमी के प्रतिज्ञा बैच में सम्मिलित होकर अपने लक्ष्य प्राप्ति का मार्ग निर्धारित करूंगा। मैं एक इंजीनियरिंग स्टूडेंट होने के नाते अपने पूरे सेमेस्टर्स, असाइनमेंट्स और प्रोजेक्ट्स को साक्षी मानकर यह प्रतिज्ञा करता हूं कि गेट 2023 में सर्वोच्च स्थान प्राप्त करना ही मेरा एकमात्र लक्ष्य होगा और मैं पूरी निष्ठा से अपनी प्रतिज्ञा के लिए गेट एकेडमी के प्रतिज्ञा बैच में सम्मिलित होकर अपने लक्ष्य प्राप्ति का मार्ग निर्धारित करूंगा। मैं एक इंजीनियरिंग स्टूडेंट होने के नाते अपने पूरे सेमेस्टर्स, असाइनमेंट्स और प्रोजेक्ट्स को साक्षी मानकर यह प्रतिज्ञा करता हूं कि गेट 2023 में सर्वोच्च स्थान प्राप्त करना ही मेरा एकमात्र लक्ष्य होगा और मैं पूरी निष्ठा से अपनी प्रतिज्ञा के लिए गेट एकेडमी के प्रतिज्ञा बैच में सम्मिलित होकर अपने लक्ष्य प्राप्ति का मार्ग निर्धारित करूंगा। मैं एक इंजीनियरिंग स्टूडेंट होने के नाते अपने पूरे सेमेस्टर्स, असाइनमेंट्स और प्रोजेक्ट्स को साक्षी मानकर यह प्रतिज्ञा करता हूं कि गेट 2023 में सर्वोच्च स्थान प्राप्त करना ही मेरा एकमात्र लक्ष्य होगा और मैं पूरी निष्ठा से अपनी प्रतिज्ञा के लिए गेट एकेडमी के प्रतिज्ञा बैच में सम्मिलित होकर अपने लक्ष्य प्राप्ति का मार्ग निर्धारित करूंगा। मैं एक इंजीनियरिंग स्टूडेंट होने के नाते अपने पूरे सेमेस्टर्स, असाइनमेंट्स और प्रोजेक्ट्स को साक्षी मानकर यह प्रतिज्ञा करता हूं कि गेट 2023 में सर्वोच्च स्थान प्राप्त करना ही मेरा एकमात्र लक्ष्य होगा और मैं पूरी निष्ठा से अपनी प्रतिज्ञा के लिए गेट एकेडमी के प्रतिज्ञा बैच में सम्मिलित होकर अपने लक्ष्य प्राप्ति का मार्ग निर्धारित करूंगा। मैं एक इंजीनियरिंग स्टूडेंट होने के नाते अपने पूरे सेमेस्टर्स, असाइनमेंट्स और प्रोजेक्ट्स को साक्षी मानकर यह प्रतिज्ञा करता हूं कि गेट 2023 में सर्वोच्च स्थान प्राप्त करना ही मेरा एकमात्र लक्ष्य होगा और मैं पूरी निष्ठा से अपनी प्रतिज्ञा के लिए गेट एकेडमी के प्रतिज्ञा बैच में सम्मिलित होकर अपने लक्ष्य प्राप्ति का मार्ग निर्धारित करूंगा।
Hello everyone, a very good evening to all of you and welcome to Gate Academy. I hope I am audible and visible. Please let me know in the comment section that my voice is clear and video is clear as well. And don't forget to share the link of the video so that more students can join the session and do practice of alphanumeric series. Okay, please let me know in the comment section. Okay, thank you so much, Anurag. Okay, so in today's session, what we are going to do, we are going to discuss our alphanumeric series. Now first we have to understand what alphanumeric series actually is. So it's a combination of two things. The first one is, as we can see, alphabets, and the second one is a combination of numbers. We already learned the trick based on alphabets, that we already learned the associated numbers with the alphabets and the opposite pairs as well. And here we have our 26 alphabets. So in the alphabet, or we can say that in the alphabetic series, we have just limited patterns, right? But as we talk about the numbers, there are numbers from minus infinite to infinite. So there are so many patterns which are made in the number series, but in today's session we are going to discuss some common patterns which are already asked in the previous examination. So before starting the alpha and the numeric series, we have to keep few points in our mind for the number series. So here we have different type of number series, and in this we have total 10 types of number series. The first type is, we have even odd number series. Like if I'm having a series like this, then we can say that this is a even number series, and if we have such type of series, then we have odd number series. Similarly, here we have prime number series, square series, cube, some addition, some multiplication, division, subtraction or addition, and so on. And in this we have to keep our mind here. Let's suppose if I am having my terms like, let's suppose I am having A, B and C, right? So here it is possible that the difference between A and B is D, and the difference between B and C is E. Then this is known as single chain pattern. This is known as single chain pattern. But let's suppose I'm having a difference here as well. Let's suppose that here the difference is F. Then this whole will become double chain series. This will become double chain series. Is it clear? And we have so many more patterns which we are going to discuss in today's session. So here we have few points to remember, that if a series increases all of a sudden, or there is a sudden increase, then in this case we have a case of multiplication or addition of squares or multiplication of squares. Such, for example, we have a series in which we have initial number as 2 and that number changes towards the 1944. So we can say that there is a drastically increase in the series. So whenever we have such type of cases, there is a sudden increase in the pattern, or we can say that here either the multiplying number or the cube or square pattern is applied. Now the second point is, if a series decreases, if the series is decreased again with a certain pattern, then we can say that here either we have a division one or the subtraction with the squares and the cubes. If a series decreases in the beginning and then goes increasing, it may be case of multiplying by a fraction values or with the decimal values. If the given series may be combination of two or more series, and so many more. So with the help of examples, what we are going to do, we are just going to understand the type of series. So here we have few examples based on alphabetic series, and here we have our very first question. The series is A, C, F, H, K, M, P, R, U, V, and what we have to do, we have to find out this number. So whenever we have alphabetic series, what we are going to do, we just simply write down the associated numbers with them, and with the help of that, we are easily identify the correct option. So here, if I write my series A, C, F, H, K, M, P, R, U, W. So the numbers associated with them is 1, 3, 6, 8, 11, 13, 16, 18, 21 and 23. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just identify the difference in between them, and here's a difference of plus 2, but here's a difference of plus 3. Again I'm getting a difference of plus 2, and again the difference is plus 3. Right? Here again plus 2, plus 3. So I can say that there's a pattern of plus 2 and plus 3. There's a pattern of plus 2 and plus 3. Now what I have to do, I have to check the next number. Here's a difference of plus 2. So the next one is a difference of plus 3. That means 23 plus 3. I'll get 26 over here, and 26 is associated with the Z. So the correct option over here is option number E, that is none of these. The correct option over here is option number E, that is none of this. Is it clear? Is it clear? Okay. Now the next one. Here we have our question number 2, and again this one is a very simple question. What is the correct answer over here? A very good evening to all of you. What is the correct answer over here? Here again we have a combination of alphabets as well as number, but with the help of just alphabets we can easily identify the missing term which we have to identify. So here we have our terms like A to Y, then we have B 4 W, then we have C 6 U. Now with the help of first alphabet of every term we can easily identify the first term, that is equal to D. Right, that is equals to D. So we can eliminate our option number A, option number C. Right, we can easily eliminate our two options, that are option number A and option number C. Now I know the number associated with Y, that is 25, the number associated with W, that is 23, and the number associated with U, that is 21. Right, so we can say that there's a difference of 2 in between the terms. So now what I have to do, I have to subtract 2 from this, and I'll get 19 over here, and 19 is associated with S. So in the ending what I'll need, I need S. Here we have both the S numbers, so we can eliminate this number as well, and we have S and D. Now before marking the option B as our answer, we have to check the middle term as well. So here's a difference of 2. Again there's a difference of 2, and again what we will need, we need a difference of 2, and here the correct answer is D8S. So the correct option over here is option number B. And again this one is a very simple question. Now let's move to the next question. Okay, this one is again a very simple question. What we have to identify, we have to identify the alphabet which will come at this place, at the place of question mark. What we have to do, we have to identify the alphabet which will come at the place of question mark in this particular series. Yes, let's see. So it is given that we are just increasing the series, right? This, and we have done 4, 5, 6, and the term which will come just before U in the alphabetic series, that is T. So the correct answer over here is option number A. So the correct answer over here is option number A. What we have to do, we have to follow our alphabetic series over here, and we all know that S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. So in this, what we are doing, we are reversing this series and write down the alphabets accordingly. Is it clear? So the correct answer over here is T, not S. The correct answer over here is T, not S. Okay. Now let's move to the last portion based on alphabetic series, that is this one. Now what we have to do, we have to identify the term which will come at the place of question mark. What we have to do, we have to determine the term which will come at the place of question mark. Option number D, let's see. So here we have our series as CBD. The next one is GFH. The next one is KJL. And after that we have this question mark and we have SRT. If I'll write down the numbers associated with them, I can write it as 3, 2, 4, 7, 6, 8, 11, 10 and 12. Okay, so first what I'm going to do, I'm just going to find out the difference between the first terms of first alphabet of every term. So I'll find a difference of +4, and if I check over here, I'm having this number is 19 and here there's a difference of +8, right, which is divided as +4 and +4. So the first term of this missing term is 11 plus 4, that is 15, and 15 is associated with O. That means the term which will come at this place is started with O. So we can easily eliminate rest options. We can easily eliminate rest options. And now I am left with just two options. Either option number D is the correct or the option number E is the correct. Now just simply check the rest parts. Here I am having 4. After that I am having 6. Then again there is an addition of 4 plus again 4. And if I'll check over here, the term associated with R is 18 and there's a difference of 8, which is again divided as +4 plus 4. So the term which will come at this middle, that is 14, and 14 is associated with N, and similarly the last term which will come, that is 12 plus 4, and I'll get 16. That means I'll need P. O and P is the correct answer. The option number D is the correct one. Option number D is the correct one. Clear? Anurag, don't forget that we have an option as well, that is none of these. Okay, so we have to check each and every part of the question. Okay, so here we start with the numeric series, and this is the very first question, and try to identify the pattern which is followed in this series. Here we have 3, and after that 3 changes to 10, 10 changes to 32, 32 changes to 100. Now what we have to do, we have to identify the number which will come at this place of question mark. It is possible that in one series or in one question we have more than one patterns. So please do remember this thing. It is possible that we have more than one pattern in a particular question. But what we have to do, we have to go according to the options to choose the correct sequence or the correct pattern which is followed in that particular question. Okay, so what is the correct answer over here? Okay, so just try it out. We have 3 and this 3 is changed to 10. So there are so many patterns by which I can turn my 3 into 10. Maybe I just simply add 7 in that, right? I just simply add 7 in that. But I know now what I have to do. I have to convert this 10 into 32. That means there is a difference of 22. Okay, so I can write it as into 3 plus 1, right? I can write it as into 3 plus 1, but I have to check whether this pattern is followed further or not. Now the next term is 100. Now the difference in between the terms is quite larger than the previous one. So this pattern is not correct. So I have to eliminate this pattern. Now we'll try some other pattern over here. So I can say that if I'll multiply this term by 2 and then add 6 in that, sorry, then I'll add 4 in that, I'll get 10, right? Okay, but just to make 32, what I have to do, I have to multiply it with the help of 3 and I have to add 2 in that. Okay, and in this, what I am doing, I have to multiply this term again by 3 and what I have to do, I have to add 4 in that. So if what I'm getting a pattern of 3. So if I change this in the terms of 3, I can get this pattern which is completely followed in the sequence. So I just simply change this pattern into, if I multiply my 3 into 3 and I'll add 1 in that, I'll get 10, right? Similarly, if I have to convert my 10 into 32, if I'll multiply 10 into 3, I'll get 30, and if 30 is added with 2, I'll get 32. Similarly, the next one. Now, what I have to do, I have to multiply this again by 3, and here we have to multiply the next term by 2. So here, what I have to do, I have to add 8 in that, and I'll get my answer as 308. And I'll get my answer as 308. So the correct option over here is option number B, option number C. So we can say that there's a pattern of into 3 plus n. There's a pattern of into 3 plus n, or where n starts from 1, 2, 3 and so on. There's a pattern of into 3 plus n, and here n starts from 1 to so on. Clear? Is it clear to everyone? Okay. Now the next one, that is 9. 9 changes to 19, then 40, 83, 170, 345. And after that, what I have to do, I have to find out this missing term. What I have to do, I have to find out this missing term. B. Sham, what's the pattern? Okay, so here what I'm having 9, which is changed into 19. Okay, so if I multiply this by 2, I'll get the nearest number, that is 18. But just to make it 19, what I have to do, I have to add 1 in that, right? Now this 19 is changed into 40. Now what I'll do, I just simply identify the nearest multiple of 19 to 40, so I can easily identify the pattern. So it is seen that if I'll multiply 19 by 2, I'll get 38, and if I'll add 2 in that, I'll get 40. Right? Okay, let's see. Now what I have to do, I have to make it 83. So if I multiply 40 by 2, I'll get 80, and if I'll add 3 in that, I'll get 83. So the pattern is visible now. There's a pattern of into 2 plus n. There's a pattern of into 2 plus n, right? So here, again, we have into 2 plus 4, and this will become 170. 170 into 2 plus 5, I'll get over here 345. Now 345 into 2 plus 6. 2 into 5, that is 10. So we'll have 0 at our unit place, and we have to add 6 in that. So the unit place should be 6. And we have just one option over here with the unit place 6, but as we have none of these option as well, so we have to multiply, and we will get our answer as 960, sorry, 69, and we have to add 6 in that, and we will get our answer as 696, and we will get our answer as 696. Clear? Anurag, we have to add plus 6 in that, not plus 5. What we have to do, we have to add plus 6 in that. Plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, plus 4, plus 5, and then plus 6. If we will add plus 6 in that, we will get our answer as 696. Clear? Okay, now let's move to the next question, question number 7th. Okay. 1, 1, 2, 6, 24, question mark, and 720. What is the correct answer in this question number 7th? Okay, option number D. Let's see. So here we have 1, which is again changes into 1. So what we are doing, we are just multiplying this term by 1. Now this will change into 2, so we just simply multiply it by 2. 6, 3, 4, 24. Into 5, I'll get 120, and 120 into 6, I'll get 720. So the correct answer over here is yes, option number D is the correct one. Option number D is the correct one. Okay, next. Okay, here we have this number, and this number changes into 8. And it is easy to start from the ending just to determine the number which will come at the question mark place. $192. Okay, let's see. So here I know if I divide this term by 2, I'll get this term, right? Or if I start from the end side, or we can say from the back side, I can get it like if I'll multiply 8 by 2, I'll get 16, and if I multiply 16 by 3, I'll get 48, right? If I'll multiply my 48 by 4, and I'll get 192 as my answer, right? And if I multiply 192 by 5, I'll get 960 as my answer, and if I multiply my 960 by 6, I'll get 5760 as my answer. So we can do in this pattern also just to determine our answer, and the correct answer over here is option number C. Or you can say that if I'll multiply 5760 divided by 6, I'll get my answer as 960. Now if 960 is divided by 5, I'll get 192, and if I divide 192 by 4, I'll get 48, and if 48 is divided by 3, I'll get 16, and if 16 is divided by 2, I'll get 8. Correct? Now let's move to the next question. Question number 9. This one is very simple. 34 is changes to 36, then 40, 48, 64, and now what we have to do, we have to determine the next term. let's see. We have 34, that is changes into 36 by just adding a 2 in it. Then it converts into 40 by adding 4 in it. It changes into 48 by adding 8 in that. So what we are doing, we are just simply multiplying the terms by 2, or we can say the difference by 2. Now we converted this term as 64, and here we have a difference of 16. That means we again multiplied by 2. So if the difference is again multiplied by 2, so we need a difference of 32. If we need a difference of 32, then 4 plus 2, 6 and 96. Option number C is the correct answer. Option number C is the correct answer. Yes, option number C is the correct one. Now let's move to the next question. Again, this one is a very simple question. We have to identify the term which will come at this place. Which will come at this place. B, let's see. Okay, as I see this series carefully, just to make this number, what we did, we just simply eliminated the first term, right? And from this, if we have to create this number, we just simply eliminated the last term. And again, if we want to create this term from this one, we again simply eliminated the first term. And if we want to make this term, what we have to do, we have to eliminate the last term, and the number we will get, that is 96542. So the correct option over here is option number D. So the correct option over here is option number D. The correct option over here is option number D, not B, C or some 5-digit or option number E. Clear? This is a very simple question, and on the basis of the analysis we can easily answer this question. Is it clear? The correct option over here is option number D. Okay, now let's move to the next question. Here we have 62, which is converted into 124 and 124, then 310, question mark, 3,255, 13,020. We have to determine the term which will come at this place. What we have to do, we have to determine the term which will come at this place of question mark. $930. Okay, very good. Let's see. If I multiply my 62 with 2, I can easily get my answer as 124, right? Now what I have to do, I have to make this 124 equal to 310, right? But as I break 310, I'll find that it is present on the multiple of, into 2.5. It is present on the multiple of 2.5. Now there's an increment of 0.5, right? Okay. Now what I need a number which will come at this place, but as I see over here, where if 3,255, that is converted into 13,020. Now what I have to do, I have to identify on which multiple this one is present. So if I multiply this term by 4, I'll get my answer. Okay, now I can see that here I'll need one more arrow over here. So here's the change of 0.5. So if the change of 0.5 is common, so if I'll add 0.5 over here, I'll get 3, and again I'm getting 3.5 over here, right? And the next one is 4. So what we have to do, we have to multiply this term by 3 and I'll get my answer as 930. And if I'll multiply 930 with 3.5, I'll get this number. So we can say that there's a pattern of into 2, into 2.5, into 3, into 3.5, into 4. So the correct answer over here is option number A. So the correct answer over here is option number A. Is it clear? 930 is the correct answer. Clear? Okay. Now let's move to the next question, question number 12. So here we have our question and we have to identify what the number will come at this place. What number will come at this place of question mark? B. Let's see. Very good, Shah. So I know that when I converted my 789 to 900, there's a difference of 111 in that, right? Yes, David, very good. And if I converted my 900 in 1122, there's a difference of 222. So the patterns clearly identified. Okay. Now what I have to do, I have to add plus 333 in that, and if I'll add plus 33 in that, I'll get my answer as I'll get my answer as 1455. Now we have to check the rest series also. So I'll add 444 in that and I'll get my answer as 9981, and which is our next term. And if I'll add 555 in that, I'll get 2454 as my answer. So the correct option over here is option number B. The correct option over here is option number B. Clear? Okay. Now let's move to the next question. Here we have our next pattern. Now this term is changed into this one. So there's a combination of mathematical operation. Now what we have to do, we have to identify that particular combination to find out the number which will come at this place, because there's a drastical change in the numbers. 2 is changed into directly 14,601. Anyone in the comment section, what is the correct answer? A. Okay, what's the pattern, Sham? Okay, very good, Mahesh. Okay, let's see. Here, 2 changes into 17, right? So we have time taking. Okay, but we have to do this, right? So the 2 changes into 17. So here we have a pattern of, if I multiply this term by 8 and if I'll add 1 in that, I'll get 17. Or there's one more pattern, if I'll multiply this term by 9 and I'll subtract 1 in that, I convert my 2 into 17, right? Okay, let's see. Now what I have to do, I have to change my 17 into 121, right? What I have to do, I have to convert my 17 into 121. So if I multiply my 17 by 7 and after that I'll add 2 in that, I'll get my number. But if I'll follow the same pattern, if I multiply my term by 8, as I decreased one term over here, similarly I decreased one term here also. And if I'll subtract 2 from this, I'm not getting my term as 121, so I just simply eliminate this pattern, right? Okay, now again what I have to do, I have to decrease my first number and increase the next one, right? I have to follow this pattern. So I'll get 729. 6 plus 3, 9. Okay, now the next one is into 5 plus 4. 45, 5 plus 4, that is 9. I'll get, our unit place is 9 and we have just one option with the unit place of 9, so we can eliminate the rest option, and the correct answer over here is option number A. And the correct answer over here is option number A, that is 3649. 3649 is the correct answer. Clear? 3649 is our correct answer. Now the same pattern is follow, as we multiply this term by 4 and add 5 in that, and we'll get as 14601. And if I have to find out the further numbers, what I have to do, I have to multiply this term by 3 and add 6 in that, and so on. Clear? Now let's move to the next question, question number 14th. Here we have 24, 36, 63, question mark, 283.5, 708.75. Now what we have to do, we have to identify this missing term. And as you wish. $121. Okay, let's see. So here we have 24, which is changes into 36. Okay, so I have to add 12 in that. But as we know, we have decimal numbers over here. So we can't go with the whole numbers because we got stuck as we go further. So if I multiply my 24 with 1.5, I'll get this term as well, because I can write it as 24 plus 12. So this is the whole complete one and this is the half. So if I'll multiply my 24, if I'll multiply 24 with 1.5, I'll get 36. right? I'll get 36. Square and subtraction, let's see. Now what I have to do, I have to convert this 36 into 63, right? If I have to convert this 36 into 3, what I have to do, I have to multiply it with the help of 1.75. With the help of 1.75. Okay. If I multiply my 36 with 1.75, I'll get my answer as 63. Now there's a difference of 2.5, right? So now if I'll add again 0.25 in that, I'll get 2. That means what I have to do, I have to multiply my term by 2 and I'll get 126 as my answer. And we have this as our option, that is option number E. But what we have to do, we have to check the rest series as well. Now if I'll add 0.25 in that, I'll get 2.25, and if I multiply 126 by 2.25, I'll get 283.5 as my answer. And after that, what I have to do, I have to multiply it with 2.5 and I'll get 702.75 as my answer. So the correct option over here is option number E. So the correct option over here is option number E. 126 is the correct answer. Is it clear? 126 is the correct answer. Anurag, square what and subtract what? Square of 24 and I have to subtract 24 from that. Okay, let's see. If I have to convert my 24 into 36, there's two ways which I can easily identify that. Either I have to add 12 in that so that I'll make my 24 as 36, or I multiply my 24 by 1.5 just to make this number as 36, right? So as I see, if I extend or I can continue this pattern, I am not getting these type of numbers further. As I need these types of number in the decimal, I have to go with this pattern. And what I have to do, I have to identify the similar terms, and with the help of virtual calculator in the GATE examination, you can easily identify the multiplication in between the terms. And with the help of that, you can easily answer the questions, right? Now let's move to the next question, question number 15. This one. Here we have 85, which is converted as 110, 94, 103, 99. So the number is first increased, then decreased, then again increased, and then again decreased. Now what we have to do, we have to identify the term which will come at this question mark place. D, let's see. Mahesh, what's the pattern over here? Okay, here we have 85, which is converted as 110. So if I'll find out the difference in between these two terms, I can get, if I'll add 25 in that, I can easily get my 110. Now 110 is changed into 94. So if I have to convert my 110 into 94, I have to subtract 16 from this, right? Now again, this 110 is changed into 103. So if I'll add 9 in that, I'll get my number as 103. Now, if I'll subtract minus 4 from that, I'll get 99. So if I see my patterns, or if I see my numbers carefully, I can say that this is a square of 5. So I just simply add the square of 5 here. I subtracted the square of 4. Here I again add the square of 3, and here again subtracted the square of 2. Now the next number will be, what I have to do, I have to add the square of 1, which is equal to 1 itself, and the correct answer over here is 100. And the correct answer over here is 100. So the correct option over here is option number D. So the correct option over here is option number D. Clear? Again, this one is a very simple question. Now let's move to the next one. We have 2, 13, 64, 2, 57, 770, question mark, and 1540. We have 103, and after that I guess we are having a number as 99, and if I subtract 4 from this, I'll get 99, and I can write my 4 as 2 square. So the next number is what we have to do, we have to add the square of 1, which is equal to 1. So the correct answer over here is 100. A. Okay, let's see. We have 2, and which is converted into 13. So if I have to convert such numbers, we have to use more than one mathematical operation over here. And if I multiply it by 6 and then add plus 1 in that, I'll get 13. And if I'll multiply this term by 7 and subtract 1 from it, I'll get 13, right? Now what I have to do, I have to make it as 64. I have to make my 13 as 64. And if I'll multiply this term by 5, I'll get 56. But as I want this number as 64, so I have to subtract 1 from it. Okay, so there's a difference of 1, and here's a difference of, there's a difference of 2, and here we have a difference of 1. Okay, now let's move further. As we want to make this 64 as 257. So now what I have to do, if I'll multiply my 64 with 4 and if I'll add 1 in that, I'll get my number as 257. So there's a difference of 1 again. So we can eliminate this pattern of difference of 2, and we can easily identify the rest part as, if I'll multiply this term by 3 and plus 1, minus 1, plus 1 and minus 1 from this, so here we have a pattern of n and plus minus 1. So the correct option over here is option number A. So the correct option over here is option number A. Clear? The correct option over here is option number A. Please refresh. Okay. Now let's move to the next question, question number 17. 205, 277, 319, 339, and we have to identify the next term. Again buffering. Okay, what is the correct answer? Okay. So if I have to change my 205 and 277, then what I have to do? I have to add 72 in that, right? I have to add 72 in that. And if I have to convert 277 into 319, then we have to add 42 in that, right? So there's a difference of 30. Okay, now if I have to convert my 319 into 339, I have to add 20 in that. Okay, so now there's a difference of 22. There's a difference of 22. So if now here we have a difference of -8, and if I'll subtract -8 from this, and I'll get 14 over here, and if I have to subtract 14 from this, I'll get 6 over here. So if I'll add 6 in this, I'll get 345. 345. So the correct option over here is option number D. So the correct option over here is option number D. There's a very simple question, or we can also do it like, we can write this 72 as 8 into 9, right? We can write this as 72 as 9 into 8, right? And 42 as 7 into 6. 20 as 5 into 4, and this 6 as 3 into 2. And we can also write it as, in this pattern, if I'll subtract or if I'll add these terms, I'll get my answer. Right? So here we have double chain method, and here we have this pattern as well. So the correct option over here is option number D. The correct option over here is option number D. Now let's move to the next question, question number 18th. And here we have numbers as 156, 182, 210. Number which we have to find out, 272 and 306. B, let's see. If I have to write 156, I can write it as 12 into 13, right? If I have to write 182, I can write it as 13 into 14. If I have to write 210, I can write it as 14 into 15, right? And we have to follow the same pattern and we will get an answer. If I I'll write 15 into 16, I'll get my answer as 240. And if I'll write 16 into 17, I'll get my answer as 272. And if I'll multiply 17 into 18, I'll get my number as 306. So we have to identify this number, and the correct answer over here is option number B. And the correct answer over here is option number B. Clear? Yes, more than one pattern is possible in the same question. Clear? More than one pattern can be possible in the same question. Okay, now let's move to the next question, question number 19. 110, 156, 272, 342, 506, and then what we have to do, we have to find out this number. Okay, what is the correct answer? Anyone in the comment section? Okay, let's try. I have to write 110 and 156, 272, 342, and 506. Okay. If I have to square 11, I'll get my answer as 121. And if I'll subtract 11 from that, I'll get my number as 110. Okay. So I can write it as 11 square minus 11. Okay. I know the square of 13, that is equals to 69. And if I'll 13 from this, I'll get my number as 156. Okay. So we can say that if I have to make my number as 156, I have to subtract 13 from the square of 13. So the next number is 272, and we know if I'll subtract 17 from the square of 17, I'll get my number as 272, and I can see that I'm having my prime numbers over here, and we have to subtract the same number from that. So the next prime number is nothing but that is 23, and we have to subtract 23 from that. No, the next prime number is 19. The next prime number is 19. So first we have to square 19 and have to subtract 19 from that, and I'll get my answer as 342. And if I subtract 23 from the 23 square, I'll get the same number, that is 506. Now what I have to do, I have to identify this number, and here we have the prime numbers. So the next prime number over here is 29. So we have to square 29 and have to subtract 29 from that, and I'll get my answer as 812. And I'll get my answer as 812. So the correct answer over here is option number C. So the correct answer over here is option number C. Clear? अनुज, हिंदी मीडियम में भी सेम ही कॉन्सेप्ट्स रहेंगे ना? Okay, so now let's move to the last question of today's session. That is 85, 106, 74, 119, question mark, and 136. As we have first the numbers increase, then decrease, then further increase, and then that means further decrease, and then further increase. And we have our options as 59, 65, 42, 79, 58. E. Let's see. Okay. 85 is converted into 109. If I have to convert my 85 into 109, what I have to do? Okay, 106, sorry. 106, what I have to do? I have to add 21 in that. Right? And now it changes into 74. So if I have to change it into 74, I have to subtract 32 from this, right? And I can write my 21 as 7 into 3, and I can write this number as 8 into 4. There's a pattern, so just apply it. 84 plus 7 into 3, and we will get 106. Now 106 is subtracted with 8 into 4. We just simply increase the number and I'll get my answer as 74. Now we have 74. We have to add this time and the number is also increased. 9 into 5. And 9 into 5 is nothing but that is equals to 45. If I'll add 45 in that, I'll get 119 over here. And now this time we have to subtract. The next term is 40. If I'll subtract 40 from this, I'll get my answer as 59. If 59, and if I'll add 59, no, wait. Here we 3, 4, 5. So here we have to subtract 60. So 60. And here we need 7. If I'll 77 in that, I'll get 136 as my answer. So the correct option over here is option number A. The correct option over here is option number A. So let's end with the questions, and we are going to practice some more patterns on this number series, but in the next lecture. So we are done with the questions. Now we have few courses for the aspirants who are preparing for GATE 2023 and 24, and here we have different courses like pen drive course, G drive course, VOD, tablet courses, PGG, that is post GATE guidance program, online test series, and many more. For the more details, you can contact on this number, or you can also visit the website, and here you can choose the course as per your needs. So let's end this session here only. Thank you so much for watching today's session, and I really hope you learned a lot of concepts or a lot of tricks from that. So let's meet in the very next lecture. Till then, keep smiling, stay safe, bye bye. Thank you so much for watching today's session, and good night to all of you.